A computer science student just graduated. 4 years, $120,000 in tuition. Hundreds of hours learning Python, JavaScript, algorithms, data structures. And 3 weeks after graduation, an AI tool wrote the exact same app, the one that took an entire semester project in 47 seconds. That's not a hypothetical. That happened multiple times across multiple universities in 2025. And it raises a question that a lot of people in tech are thinking, but very few are saying out loud. Is learning to code in 2026 actually a waste of time? But wait, every senior developer, every tech CEO, every coding bootcamp founder will say the same thing. AI doesn't replace developers, it makes them faster. And on the surface, that sounds reasonable. A carpenter doesn't stop learning carpentry because power tools exist. A chef doesn't quit cooking because microwaves are invented. The argument goes, AI is just a tool. The people who understand code at a deep level will use AI better than the people who don't. Knowing the fundamentals still matters. And honestly, for the last 2 years, that argument held up. Therefore, the logical advice was, learn to code and learn to use AI. But here's where things get uncomfortable. In early 2025, a well-known YC founder ran an experiment. 2 teams were given the same product brief. Team A, 4 experienced software engineers. Team B, 1 product manager with 0 coding experience. Team B shipped a working MVP in 11 hours. Team A took 6 days. If you can't even think of the difference, drop a comment coding or no coding. That wasn't because Team A was slow. They were doing what engineers do: architecture planning, code reviews, optimization, all the things that used to separate professionals from amateurs. Team B didn't care about any of that. The AI handled it. Not perfectly, but well enough to ship. And that phrase should terrify anyone spending 4 years learning to code. This isn't really a conversation about coding. Not anymore. This is a conversation about what happens when the floor of competence rises so fast that the years people invest in climbing above it stop mattering. Think about it like this. There was a time when being able to type was a professional skill. Typing pools existed. Then computers became normal and suddenly everyone could type. It stopped being a skill. It became an assumption. Coding is on that same trajectory. Not disappearing, just dissolving into the background. Becoming something AI does for people, not something people need to do themselves. But there's a massive difference between coding as a career and coding as a skill. Coding as a career, that world is shrinking. Junior developer roles dropped 40% in 2025. Entry-level positions, the ones bootcamps promise, are getting crushed. Not because companies don't need software, because they need fewer humans to build it. Coding as a skill though, that's a different story. Understanding how software thinks, how APIs connect, how data flows, that kind of literacy is becoming more valuable, not less. It's just not worth a 4-year degree anymore. It's worth a weekend. A founder who understands enough code to direct an AI agent builds 10 times faster than one who doesn't. A marketer who can read a script and tweak a automation saves thousands a month. A designer who understands front-end logic ships real products instead of mock-ups. The skill didn't lose value, the credential did. That line alone is worth saving this video. Hit the like if that reframe just shifted something. And if there's a friend still grinding lead code problems at 2 AM thinking that's the path, send them this. It might save them a year. Therefore, the real question is, how much should they learn? Group 1 is spending $15,000 on a bootcamp to become a junior developer. They're climbing a ladder being pulled out from under them. Group 2 is spending a few weekends learning just enough to talk to AI tools fluently, enough to build, prototype, automate, and ship. They're not trying to become engineers. They're trying to become dangerous enough to not need one. Group 2 is winning, and it's not close. Here's the part that stings the most. Nobody in the traditional education system is saying this out loud. Universities are still enrolling computer science students at record numbers. Boot camps are still running ads promising 6-figure salaries. Influencers are still selling Learn Python in 30 days courses. And none of them are adjusting for the fact that the world those programs were designed for is disappearing in real time. The people who thrive in 2026 won't be the ones who learn to code the best. They'll be the ones who learned when to stop coding and when to let the machine do it instead. That's not a comfortable thought. But comfortable thoughts usually cost people the most time. There's a growing conversation happening right now about which skills actually matter in an AI-first world, and which ones are quietly becoming obsolete. That conversation is worth following closely, because the people paying attention today won't be the ones scrambling tomorrow.